Hey pilots, Drain Man here. Today I have a very special video. You heard it, we are checking out the Taranis X9 Lite. We are going to find out what this radio is all about. We're going to see it, we're going to check it out, we're going to see what it can do. Let's dive right in. Alright pilots, let's see what we got as far as this radio. What comes in the box? Ooh, okay, we've got some instructions. It comes in a nice case. Now this is just a packaging case. This is not the actual keeping case that you're going to keep this Taranis in. So when you buy the X9D, reason not to buy it, because that's always an accessory that we can buy after the fact. One thing to know about this Taranis is it is 80 bucks. It is $79.99. And it's kind of on the budget side. So the X9D is starting around 180 bucks, 150 bucks. If you're getting the SE, I mean, that thing's 250 bucks. So this is a much better remote for your pocket. So if you're trying to get into the hobby, you're new to the hobby, you're unsure how much money you want to spend, you don't know if you're going to stick with it and stay flying for good, you know, you just want to get in, get something, and get flying, then this is going to be the radio for you, because this is not going to limit you in the sense of, well, I'm going to outgrow it. I mean, we're going to talk about it in a bit, but there's plenty of switches, there's plenty of, it runs the same operating system or firmware, whatever you want to call it. So you're not like exactly limiting yourself. I mean, no, there are some perks to having the X9. Oh man, I want to fly a bigger drone and I can't because this radio can't do it. You're not going to have that problem. So that's one good thing to know about this radio, is that it's a budget radio. It's going to get you in, it's going to get you flying, and you're not necessarily going to outgrow it. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's see what we got. So I'm going to throw this to the side because we don't need this. This is just packaging stuff. So you get some gimbal protectors. I'm going to go ahead and say this is just for shipping, because, I mean, maybe if you were going to package it up, or you can possibly even use that clear thing and package it in there. I mean, why not, you know? So let me pop these back on, show you. So that's that as far as size comparison. Now, when you're looking at this, you're seeing a lot of things that are different. What are we seeing different? We are seeing M7 Hall gimbals. I mean, that right there, because these are Hall sensor gimbals, to where this is not. These are brush gimbals. They are not the same. They are not going to perform the same. I mean, they might perform. We're going to wear these out. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But you can buy a gimbal kit. You can upgrade these gimbals. This Taranis comes with these gimbals, but when you buy an X9D, you're not always going to get these good gimbals. You might get the brush gimbals, and then if you want, you can upgrade and install them. Now, you're checking out the awesome skin on this thing. Yes, this thing does have awesome skin. This one comes in blue. I mean, blue is nice too. Don't be hating on the blue. I'm just kidding. You can hydro dip this if you want. You can buy skins for it. I'm sure they're going to have them. This is fairly new to the market, so they might not be available yet, but you can. There's going to be solutions as far as making this look cool like this. Your screen size, your screen on here is definitely way bigger than your screen on here. You can see here I've got 2 potentiometers on this one. Yes, we do have a broken 3-position switch. We are going to fix that switch. Ignore that. On this one, you've only got 1 potentiometer, and I can feel right now by spinning it, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. It feels stiff and sticky and hard, to where this one is just smooth, man. It's smooth. So you can see that our labeling spots are in the same spot. Our speakers are in the same spot. This is where you're going to hook your lanyard to hold it, to where this one has this one. You can hook your lanyard right here. This is your on button. It is a button, so that's one thing to keep in mind. It is a push button, to where this one is a switch. You just flip this switch and turn it on. So that's one thing to do. You can see that this is very grainy. This one is very grainy too, but I like mine grainy. So me, I would not change that. If you don't like that, you want it to be very smooth, then it's not a big deal. You will crack open the back of this and you will get that working. So I don't want to make this entire video a complete comparison where we're comparing this Taranis to this Taranis. Well, this one has this and this one has that. I don't want to do that, because that's not what this is about. This video is about this remote. We want you to see what this remote is, what's it all about, What functions does it have? What can it do? What's new? That kind of stuff. So, one thing I want to talk about is the protocol that this uses. This uses the Access protocol, as you can see right here. This uses the Access protocol. Let me zoom in on this for you. See that? It uses the Access protocol. Alright, and on this one you're going to see here that it uses a different protocol. So what does that mean? That means also that they will work with this. You can see here if you're going to run Crossfire, you might start to have issues. I am not 100% sure. Do not listen to me. I don't know if you're going to be able to. I'm sure. Okay. Looks like you are going to be able to find. This is the micro module or the mini module. Okay, so on this right here, I did find out that this is for the R9 Slim. So if you're gonna run the R9 Slim instead of running this, I want to show you guys real quick. You're gonna come into here. You're gonna turn on your Taranis. Get out of your warnings. You're gonna menu. You're gonna page over. When you get here, you are going to come right here to where it says internal. You're going to turn that off. You're going to go to external, and you're going to turn that on depending what you're running. You know, whether you're running PPM, the new Pro don't have anything here saying Crossfire, so it believes for right now if you run Crossfire, I don't think you can use this guy. I'm unsure. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So this is the mini micro module. It will not just pop out of here and pop into here. It's just not going to do that. That's not what this was designed for. I am sure that they are working on a way to make it work. If there's not already a module that works, I'm sure there is. So don't be alarmed with that. I am pretty sure the R9 module, let's check that out. Okay, so the R9 module, if you have this, the R9M, it is not plug and play. You are not going to be able to just put this on here and run it. It's just not going to work. So, I mean, shoot, for all I know, they've already figured it out, and there's already a way, and there's a guy right now outside, right now, flying his quadcopter or multi-rotor with his Crossfire. But for me, I have no idea, and I'm not afraid to let you know, I don't know. Alright, let's talk about the battery real quick. This is not a regular battery. It's not going to be a lithium. It's not going to be a LiPo. You are not going to run it with a balance connector and charging it on a port and on and on. None of that. This makes life pretty easy. This holds two 18650s. And you know how this pops off and then you lose it? Not anymore. It's connected. Blow. So you put two 18650s. There's real quick. There's a few different connectors on the bottom of this to connect to. Right here, this is going to be the one that you're going to connect. You can connect it to another Taranis. This is what you'll connect to your computer. You've got your SD card. This is your smart port, which is used for flashing, among other things. And then you have a headphone jack. I do want to state here that this stuff is open. So if I drop this and it hits the dirt's going in. On the QX7, you've got a flap. On the X9D, you've got a cover. These other Taranises have ways of protecting so you're not getting stuff inside of there. So I'm not a big fan of that, but that's okay. That sums up that. As far as this goes, I don't see any reason why you can't attach a kickstand. You've got really nice grips back here. I must say the form factor on this, I'm a pincher. I mean, that just feels right. It really does. It feels good. Like, I want to go outside like, bow! Power loop! Boom, boom, boom! Roll, boom, boom, boom! Yeah, it feels good, man. I want to fly this Taranis. So, here's your antenna. Your antenna is very nice. It does not look like a removable antenna. I like to be able to take this off, so when I throw it in my bag, I'm not going to mess it up. Alright, let's go over the switches. Potentiometer. You have a 3-position. Momentary. 2-position. 3-position. 3-position. Alright, then you've got your buttons here just like you do on the X9D. This one here is in relation to, this is a rolling deal with a clicker. So this is similar to the QX7. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. On the QX7 you have the push button with the spinner. I'm sure there's a name for it other than the spinning wheel, but that's the way. I'm going to go ahead and say this is similar to that. But instead of having the page and exit here, you have them lined up kind of like the X9D does. You have your trim centers here, hook a lanyard, speaker, we already went over that. Now, can you change your gimbal tips? You absolutely can. If you guys were unsure of that because you want to trick it out and make it look cool, as you can see, it's as easy as unspinning it. Boom. So that's that. So that's your gimbals as far as that goes. Your screen is pretty nice. I think you guys are ready. I'm ready. Let's go ahead and power this thing up and see what it's got inside. So here we go. You're going to hold it down. She starts up. I think I saw like a line there. I hope that's not still there. Okay, it's not. Alright, so first thing I'm noticing is it's the exact same OpenTX firmware, which is pretty good. Let's make sure you go fast. On the X9D, you gotta go down, 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 down. This is pretty nice. I like the fact that I can just scroll like this. If we get in here to take a look, I can see that it's running the new protocol. You can see that right there. So that's something we're already seeing. Let's check it out. So you have your heli set up. Looks a little bit different. Your flight modes look the same. Inputs look the same. So when it's time to set up switches, you're going to do that the same exact way. Your mixer looks the same. Outputs looks the same. Curves look good. Logical switches. Special functions. Telemetry. This looks identical. And the reason why it is looking so similar is not that they're copying their other remote or, oh, they didn't put any effort into it. It's just running the same firmware. So it does work on a different protocol like I mentioned earlier, and I'm sure you guys are already aware of that. There are guys out there doing full videos on this. That is not my goal to already videos, guys. But maybe you want to see it from my perspective. Alright, we're back there. This does do a couple things that the other one does not do. It has a spectrum analyzer, which is super awesome. That allows you to use your Taranis to find out how good of reception you're getting between you and your quad. So that's pretty awesome. There is another radio that they have put out. It is called the X Lite Pro. And that thing has got a gyro in it and all kinds of awesome stuff. I don't want to get into it. We'll play with that one in another video. Let me not get sidetracked. So I think that I've gone over everything as far as the basics go. It uses 18650 batteries. I mean that's pretty much it. You know, we can get in how to set stuff up, how to do this, how to do that, but we've got plenty of other videos to do for that. So as far as this video goes, I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.